spraying over the fields, the fungicides for the cornfields. It reminded me of a time back in 1987 we were going through a farm crisis, and the Pope, John Paul, I believe, actually came to Living History Farms, I believe it was 87, and he spoke to the people here. And one thing he said is, we live in the breadbasket of the world, and we need to conserve our soils. And I'd like to take that just a step further and say, as John was saying, we also need to conserve our landowners and our best interests of Tama County residents. Now, a few hundred years ago, our forefathers, all of us here, forefathers, foremothers, they made the trip from Europe, and they took a leap of faith to try to own land here in America because they had a chance here, and they did not back there, some of them. And I think it's our responsibility as grandchildren, great-grandchildren of those forefathers of ours to kind of continue on and take care of our land as they did, and as they were hoping to do for their future generations. Now, I know there's two sides to every issue. I'm here to respectfully ask you to allow us to meet, to approve our meeting. I have the letter here that we received back in early July, and it specifically says your attorneys respectfully ask us not to meet, and please desist from meeting. Now, I don't see that as saying you can't meet. He actually said in the letter, he gave the zoning law and the page and the number of our right to meet. And I sit and listen to my radio when I'm going from farm to farm, town to farm. I hear the wind turbine company advertising on 101.1, how great they're gonna be for Tama County residents and the Tama County people in general. I look at the newspaper and I read how great it's gonna be. They're gonna be good neighbors, and they want us to be part of this. Is it fair to the citizens of Tama County that they can keep promoting their side of the issue, and yet as a zoning board, we wanna not just protect those people who are interested in putting up turbines, but also those who are gonna be neighbors of those turbines and their rights and their health? I don't think that's fair. I know you're sitting there trying to do what's best for Tama County, and you appointed us as board members to reiterate that, to reflect that. And I feel our hands are tied. Just because of this letter. Before that, it was a threat of a lawsuit. Before that, it was, yeah, we're gonna meet, but we're not sure when. We've been put off too long, and you can't stop the will of the people. I'd just like to close with you guys, asking yourselves, how are we best serving the interests of the people of Tama County? Is it by not allowing us to meet, by not asking us to meet? I don't think so. I think we need to be able to take a look at it. And I'm not the only one here on the board. Thank you. Thank you.
Excuse me, I'm Wade Mitchell. I was born up in Geneseo in the little bungalow that I still live in today. And 76 years ago, I've been farming over 50 years in Geneseo. By August, we're gonna go down to State Fair and get a Century Farm Award for my wife's farm over in Traer. So on both sides of the family, we'll have Century Farms. And I love this country, and as a farmer, I don't like people telling me what I can and can't do. If I want to put up a wind turbine, I want to be able to put one up. If I want to dig a ditch or tile or something, I want to be able to do that. But I also need to protect the other landowners and property rights and so forth. Besides farming for 50-some years, I also worked at John Deere, and I was a senior engineer in advanced engineering in the Intelligent Solutions Group in Urbandale. And got a lot of technical background and things because of that opportunity. So when I look at the wind turbines, I'm not just looking from an agriculture viewpoint, but also from a mechanical and issues, and these all need to be addressed. And back when we did the original, wind ordinance, some of these things were still kind of unknowns and so forth, and working at Deere in advanced engineering, it's a rapidly changing field. Things are advancing all the time, and we're learning more all the time. And there are new things that we have learned and need to be addressed to protect, not just protect the people that don't have turbines, but also protect the people that do have turbines. There are some gaps in the contract languages that they're getting and that they're signing that they need to be a little more aware of. And I think the contracts need to be written a little better to protect those landowners that are getting the turbines. But and there's a lot of improvements that we can make in this. I've been doing a lot of research lately on the mechanical, the physical, the electric, and I was both mechanical and electronics and electrical in the advanced engineering group that I was in. I did a lot of all of it, and then combine that with agriculture. I mean, we're John Deere, so we're putting that all together. It's just like these wind turbines. They need to be beneficial as well as being complementary and going both ways. And we really have some opportunities to improve our ordinance to protect both sides right now. And it's a swiftly moving field, and we need to get caught up. I love this county. I mean, I've spent my life here. My ancestors lived here. You know, it's really in my heart. And I'm not doing this to try to fight somebody. I'm doing this to try to keep the county one of the most beautiful counties in the country. And I just really hope we have the opportunity, and we need to get together and just push these ahead to, like I said, to protect both sides, those both with and without, and just get it up to speed.